Is Amsoil ATF actually that good? I ran oil analysis on the Amsoil automatic transmission fluid after 78,865 miles, and I'm going to share my results with you. According to Ford, you should change your transmission fluid if you're operating under severe duty intervals, which is basically everyone, even if you're towing or not. You should change your transmission fluid every 50,000 miles along with the filter. And the last time I had changed my transmission fluid was in December of 2023. So I ran about 78,000 miles and all of 2024 on the same transmission fluid. And this was severe duty. The truck was towing campers ranging between 7,000 and 12,000 pounds. I was on the highway. I was running in a bunch of different scenarios. And so I drained this fluid and sent it to Lake Speed. And I also sent him a sample out of the bottle to kind of get a baseline. And Amsoil, just for context, also says that you can confidently double the manufacturer's severe duty interval with their oil. So I kind of split the difference here, right? Like if I had doubled Ford's 50,000 mile, I would have been going 100,000. And I have to say, after getting these results back, I'm going to go 100,000 next time. Now, we're going to walk through this. I'll throw it up on the screen, but I mean, I want to just draw your attention to the oxidation value. It is 18.5 after 78,000 miles. And at 0 miles, that oil is at 18.2. So it only oxidized 0.3 in 78,000 miles, meaning this oil is still in incredibly good shape. In terms of whether or not Amsoil ATF is worth it, I ran this oil very hard in very low temperatures up to minus 15 degrees this oil was exposed to, and temperatures over 98 degrees when I was towing in the summer. Now that's just ambient air temperature, right? My trans temp, probably the hottest it ever got was 228 degrees, and that was pulling a grade on I-80 in Pennsylvania. There's like a 1,000-foot hill that you just yank up. In terms of whether the ATF from Amsoil is worth it, all I can say is confidently, I am going to be running the ATF in the truck right now. I put Amsoil back in. I'm gonna run it for 100K and then retest it, because there's absolutely no reason for me to change it before that if I got these results after experiencing just the abuse that the truck went through in 2024. In terms of like the big things, like the viscosity value is good, oxidation value is good, there was no contamination, the silicon value was very low. Again, all the other values, when you look at it compared to the original oil, are super low. So now you'll see that my wear metals, it's 70, and I don't necessarily know what the trend is here. All I know is what the wear metals and the makeup of the oil was when I sent it in with the brand new oil sample out of the bottle, and the total metals. And so I'm going to test my transmission oil again at 100,000 miles. And you know, the 6R140 is a really bomb-proof transmission. I don't have any concerns about it. It shifts great. When I first bought the truck, it was doing this weird thing where it would skip between 5th and 6th gear sometimes. And I was like, oh, wow, am I gonna need to put another transmission in? And it actually ended up being, I just needed to reset the transmission's adaptive learning tables, because I bought the truck used with 49,000 miles. So it actually had saved the previous owner's driving habits in its shift table, and it was trying to reconcile that with my driving habits, which were different. And so if you buy a used truck and you notice the 6R140 transmission is shifting weird, you should just use ForScan to reset the adaptive learn table, and it will fix your issue. And I mean, since I did that, the thing is absolutely flawless. All I do is change the fluid, and I mean, obviously this fluid looks great. Again, I don't have any context as to whether 69, like 69 parts per million, like what that is in terms of a greater context. I'm just showing you what I got back on the report. I will report back to you when I retest my transmission fluid. It will probably be a while because, again, I'm going to run another 100,000 on this transmission fluid and just see, in terms of, is the ATF fluid from Amsoil worth it? They're claiming they're doubling the OEM severe duty service interval. I would say we're on track to do that. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time here on PowerStroke Maintenance. Cheers.